Oh, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. A fabulous show of vivid colour and vocal cords. The new look Camp Nou at its best. So that's got things underway. Jim, which player is best equipped for this game?
Well, Peter, I've always liked this guy, Jordan Henderson. Someone who has had unrealistic expectations to live up to, but his athleticism, his improved passing, the fact that he's become more adventurous has definitely made him a much better player, and all underpinned by a great desire and real commitment.
Yeah, I'd have picked him too. No doubt the fans feel much the same way. There could be trouble here. Jordan Henderson. And it's McAllister. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it. They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
And it's Nedved. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Barcelona controlling the possession in this early phase. Played towards the other side. Passes coming off in quick succession here. Neymar. And it's Eto'o. Bale showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out.
It's not the game we were hoping for, Peter. I think both of these keepers could text about their respective uninvolvement.
Schneider takes a shot! That is lovely.
That was lovely, that.
Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. And that's a simple one for the keeper. It's an inviting-looking ball, that. And this is Nedved. It's great chance! Goal! Palmeiras! And Palmeiras score first! One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
Palmeiras are in front now, the game's only goal.
It's so often the case with goal scorers, little influence, and all of a sudden, bang.
Neymar! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
And we have our very first corner. Schneider plays it short. Elects to cross. Cleared away. Palmeiras are looking to go forward now. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped. It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
Oh, that's beautifully weighted. He's got away. It's Pele! And it's come back out to him. And it's in. Again, in a trice. And they are soaring. And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Oh, he was definitely fully focused on that, Peter. His reaction and anticipation got him there when everyone else was spectating.
So that's two now without reply.
Well, that's really winded the opposition. You can see their manager screaming on the touchline, telling his team to calm down. But they'll need to do that pretty quickly. It's composure from here.
Pele is offering some sort of an apology there.
He made it look a bit predictable.
And the pass is in. He'll try from distance! Terrific effort, just off target.
Well, I think he's surprised himself how he managed not to hit the target then. He seemed to believe it was going in.
Are certainly playing with an intense focus in executing their plan here.
Nicely weighted ball. And he's managed to get free. Pele with a header! Yes! They are purring, truly purring. It was wonderfully efficient.
So well played, Peter. Did a great job.
And that's it. Many thanks to Jim, and with that, it is a very good night to you. Oh, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. Some terrific scenes here in Barcelona. My goodness me, it's made even better by 100,000 supporters in full voice. If you have just joined, you have just missed the kickoff. So Javier Zanetti, Jim, very little doubt, I suppose, that he will have a huge influence on the outcome today.
Absolutely, Peter. One of his teammates even said he was better than all of us put together, which goes to show how complete a player he actually is. When it comes to balancing attack and defence, I'm not sure there's ever been anyone better.
Here's McAllister! It's hit the upright. Now it's Torres. And this is Owen. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. Gattuso. And Fermin. Silvestre.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
Oh, delightful ball. So, Jim, what has caught your eye in these early exchanges?
Well, neither side has really grabbed the initiative, I would say. Both must have come in with a view of not making any early mistakes. So we're seeing some conservatism here.
Now it's Gattuso. Could be danger here. Oh, shooting chance! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. Played cross-field, changing the point of attack. Well, that is one way to stop him. Now it's Van Basten. Now it's McAllister. Stood up well to him there. And it's Lopez. Has a look and plays it forward. Bellingham. Bellingham with the delivery. And that has been knocked clear. He'll try from distance. Big relief, it just needed better contact.
Well, I suppose he was being urged to shoot. Maybe the crowd will stay a little quieter next time.
Fermin. Cannavaro cuts out the pass. And that's definitely not his best. And this is Torres. Schneider can so cleverly bypass the press. Over to the right flank. Oh, that's fabulous. Van Basten. He's having a shot! It's bounced back off the post. It may be goalless, but it is not without interest.
Yeah, the tempo is strong and the game has flair and lots of potential for me.
Zanetti. This is a promising build-up. It's played through for him. Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. Silvestre just loves to go forward whenever he can. And it's Fernando Torres. Fermin. And here's Bellingham. Silvestre. Now the chance! That's a decent clearance. Tries one from range. That was superb goalkeeping.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Corinthians with the corner, they're first. They've played it short. Nagatomo is onto this. McAllister is there and he can get that clear. It's still 0-0, but no shortage of effort. Castolo in the hunt and looking threatening. Silvestre. Gattuso. And it's Zanetti. Nagatomo. Now Van Basten. Beckenbauer. McAllister. Bellingham. it's Sneijder. And this is Sneijder. It's Sneijder! And it's come back out to him. What a wonderful goal!
That couldn't have been a more potent injection of belief for this team. Top man, top drawer.
And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
That's great movement from him. He instinctively knew that the ball was going to come back out and put himself where he needed to be. The sort of thing you just can't teach.
So the first goal of the game.
Well, I think the managers are going to have to scrap whatever they had in mind for the half-time team.
So a temporary halt to the action. There's been no shortage of industry or intent thus far. A little inspiration and inventiveness perhaps the only things lacking. Barcelona go in at half-time with a 1-0 lead.
On the evidence of what we've seen, they're worth their lead. There was genuine intensity and purpose behind what they brought to the game. I think they'll want a strong start just after the break, though, to force the issue that bit more.
Barcelona have made the crucial breakthrough and they're looking pretty satisfied at the break. We're on the move again.
Barcelona can do themselves a massive favour by grabbing another one here.
Aimed at towering header. Oh, that is asking for trouble.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Zanetti. Fermin producing a good steal there, showing a good level of alertness. And here's Owen. McAllister. Fermin. And it's Lopez. And it's Van Basten. That is a jarring tackle, but apparently nothing wrong with it. Silvestre. Well, that looks a decent ball. Drives. Oh, great header! The message is clear. None shall pass. Bellingham, who is rarely short on confidence. Barcelona are still that goal to the good. Castolo being hounded, manhandled at times.
Yeah, and if they're going to try and stop him in this fashion, Peter, they're going to really test the referee's patience from here.
Good take, and is he in? Bellingham. The only breakthrough then came late in the first half here, and that is the difference. 1-0 the score. That's an excellent interception.
La asistencia a este partido asciende a 96.026 espectadores.
Nicely aimed pass. Oh, that's neat. That is good strength.
Castolo clearly held on to it far too long there. Did he do enough to find someone? He looked as if he had his mind set on trying to do everything his way.
And it's Fernando Torres. Lopez.
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
Van Basten. Nagatomo. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, it's a natural instinct to defend when ahead, but it's too early for them to settle into that practice just now.
Yeah, he's fouled him there. He knew what was coming. That's a yellow card.
Cambio de jugadores en el Barcelona.
So we have movement on both benches.
El dorsal 8, el dorsal 16, el dorsal
And that
94,
interception was
el dorsal
most
12.
necessary.
That was well
Serán
played,
sustituidos
well
por
stopped.
El dorsal 88.
Can he get on the end of this?
El dorsal 15.
Neither of these two want to come off second best.
El dorsal 14. El
That's
dorsal
a sharp
11.
pass.
Neymar.
Cruyff
El dorsal
gets
9.
on his bike and
Se
on
va
the
a
move.
realizar un cambio de jugadores.
De Jong wins the duel this time.
Corinthians really are showing all the necessary urgency, but it's potency they need.
Some intricate passing, looking to... Here's a chance! He's beaten the keeper, but hit the post. And he can thump it away. And it's Belletti. De Jong does really well to win the ball there. Nicely shaped ball, and that could set him on his way. He is through here. Rijkaard did well to stay calm there.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Oh, Red, nice interception. Not much time now for anything fresh to happen, I think. Fernando Torres.
I thought it was going to happen then. How many more chances can they realistically expect now?
And he was quick to react.
Habrá un minuto de
Araujo,
descuento.
good-looking ball. And he's had it nicked away. So that's it. It is all over. Barcelona have held on. They have doggedly, sometimes frantically, preserved the tightest of leads. Well, what are your thoughts on today's game then, Jim?
Well, it may be smiles all round, Peter, but it's a game.
So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable. Well, it was 2014 that Corinthians relocated to this high-tech arena. This the ultimate demonstration of their power as a club revered amongst the world's supporters. Their fan base believed to be somewhere in the region of 30 million people. So we're very much on the way now. Played into the box. Well, a 6'6", and with that sort of a physique, Jim, Daniel van Balken was only ever going to be a monstrous centre-half, wasn't he?
Yeah, and a very good one at that. The first Belgian, I believe, to become a European champion at club level.
Yes, he was. And to do that, you've got to be pretty handy. Batistuta showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. And here's Isak.
Isak really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
That's good running with the ball. Van Balten did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. That has not gone well. He's being urged to shoot. Edmilson. Neither side especially adventurous early on. And here's Isak. And it's made its way to him. Getting up there! But he's left disappointed.
That is a really good chance missed, Peter. Certainly the way he's been playing.
Pepe has quite the footballing brain. He's almost never outsmarted. Barcelona yet to have an attempt on goal. Castolo. The pressing's intense and it's paid off. Corinthians are a team that's fond of the low block. They sure defend in numbers.
Yeah, the whole point being to go back to front as quickly as possible, Peter. Of course, once the ball has been won.
Yeah, balls over the top, long diagonals, that's the plan. Robertson.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
Pass somewhat off target. Chouameni gets over and intercepts. Castolo.
Well, a few of his teammates are quite furious with him as they felt they were within reach, but he made nothing of it. His boss doesn't look too amused either.
Well, it just petered out. No penetration at all, having had a great deal of the ball. Well, that looks a cracking ball. Cafu. That is good progress on the left. And here's Batistuta. Strokes it back. Shapes to shoot! That was superb goalkeeping.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Corinthians with their first corner. The first in the game for either side, actually. Oh, well played. He needed to get that right. And now a sudden chance to counter. Now it's Van Basten. No, he's not getting past him there.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
Great vision. Pepe gets across to intercept that. Now it's Van Basten. And he skips past his man. And there's no such thing as a bad time to score, but this would sure be a good time. Cafu. Rijkaard does really well to win the ball there. Played out to the left flank. Neymar is a player who barely needs an invitation to shoot.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
Isak. He's shifting through the gears here. Big chance! Hits off target and by quite a way.
Oh, what a chance. He probably had more time than he realised.
Castolo. And it's Gravenberg. Closing in on goal. And the referee has signalled for half-time. So neither team were able to take the lead, but it certainly hasn't been for the lack of trying. What do you think we're up to after 45 minutes?
Well, simply put, Peter, they haven't been good enough to trouble the opposition. They need to play with more courage in the second half and a lot more intent.
Still waiting for this to take off. It's goalless at half-time.
Substituição no time do Corinthians. Camisa 19.
And we get things going again.
Camisa 20.
Well, I can imagine both managers have been in the ears of the players. They want more. Let's hope the game comes to life sooner rather than later.
Camisa 9. Camisa 7. Teremos uma substituição.
Albert Ferrer. Barcelona come out this half somewhat altered.
Well, I'm assuming that this is going to end up as a tactical change, Peter.
Played into space. Neatly clipped into space. Neymar. Neymar will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Van der Vaart towering forward here. Van Basten. And the shot! Oh, that's a foul in a dangerous area. And the referee has shown him a yellow card. Van der Vaart is behind this one.
Well, this is his opportunity to make the stage his own here.
Griezmann. Can he finish? It's in!
Boom! There we go. And it couldn't be much better. He was born for the glory he's just managed. The apple on top of the tree. Yeah, that's really well played, Peter. It's very, very simple. The ball through to him was just beautifully measured.
Minutos do segundo tempo pelo jogador.
And when the manager called on him, he was only too happy to repay that fate.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
Corinthians have penetrated for the first time.
Well, talk about the perfect start to the second half. They've certainly come out with more purpose, more energy, and it's paid off beautifully.
Neither of these two want to come off second best.
Well, this is intriguing.
Raul. Edmilson. Well seen. Saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
He's having a shot! A real chance and a real let-off.
I can't quite believe he's missed that, Peter.
Nice bit of trickery. Can he get on the end of this? Your impression so far, Jim?
We've not seen much from this team as a whole, Peter. OK, that's largely due to the way their opponents have approached it, but they can up their game considerably, and I mean considerably.
Rijkaard.
Are certainly playing with an intense focus in executing their plan here.
Van der Vaart. Van Basten. Shot, surely!
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Barcelona perhaps wondering what the best time is for their next substitution. He's picked his way through. Van Basten. Raul. Oh, that's fabulous. And that's a simple one for the keeper.
Well, it's definitely the right attitude and application, Peter. They've got to keep pushing.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
A lucky break would certainly help their cause now.
He is through here. Cafu, not one to pass up the chance to run up the defence. He loves those duels.
Well, I thought that run had balance and control, skill and strength. The sort of desire we hope will spread.
Oh, good-looking ball. And the counter is on. It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
That's simply brilliant defending. They were outnumbered, but he still came out on top.
There's the shot! Oh, good finish. Right back in it. Almost no time remaining. Game still on. The movement so precise. The finish sumptuous.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart. And it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
Substituição no time do Corinthians.
So we have movement on both benches.
Camisa 10.
Barcelona restore parity.
Well, at this stage, Peter, it's going to come down to how badly they want to win this.
Camisa 97.
And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Now it's Raul. Oh, strongly challenged there. And it's Griezmann. Now it's Aubameyang.
Corinthians clearly are pushing for the win here, Peter. It's making for a very frantic end to this game.
And he's picked it up out wide. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Still anyone's game this. One moment can decide it.
It's a very open game and an exciting watch. There are no signs of nerves or caginess from either team. This pitch is go-for-it territory right now.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
Schneider can see things others simply cannot. And he's certainly onside here. Tchouameni plays it all the way forward. Duke is onto this.
Teremos 3
Van
minutos de
Basten plays it
acréscimo.
long. Board shows there will be 3 extra minutes. Aubameyang. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Now it's Doué. He's got away. Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep. Oh, it's a tricky... Referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. So it's ended all square, both sides showing battling qualities and neither willing to give in. Any reflections on what you've seen, Jim?
Barcelona certainly had some good moments, Peter. There were plenty of encouraging spells that more should have been made of.
And that's where we have to end it. From me, Peter Drury, and my co-commentator, Jim Beglin. Oh, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. Some terrific scenes here in Barcelona. My goodness me, it's made even better by 100,000 supporters in full voice. So it's away we go then.
Well, Peter, we're about to watch a terrific defender in Carlos Puyol. He'll lead by example and continually organise. His appetite and attitude to the game is absolutely fabulous. There's an awful lot to enjoy about his play.
And he exudes charisma.
He does, and I just love his leadership.
Vieira, he's rising! He's delivered all right!
Well, once more, it's him. And we can't be surprised because his instinct for doing this is incredible.
Satisfyingly simple. There's almost a sense of beauty to this.
Yeah, it all came from some really smart movement, Peter. Did the defence let themselves down by not picking him up? I think the boss won't be amused.
I doubt very much that this was in the script. And they've switched it over to the other side.
That's a cracking pass to stretch the opposition.
Neymar. Desai goes direct. And reclaimed it in a trice. Pepe cuts it out. Pepe gets across to intercept that. And it's Neymar. And no, he's seen through all of that. Puskás ploughing through the middle. Rijkaard did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Barcelona ran themselves into the proverbial cul-de-sac there. And here's Hullet. Well, they've got it back in a hurry. Rijkaard. And the counter is on. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Looking to play him in. That's going across goal. Oh, important interception. Barcelona with the corner, there first. Schneider goes short. Oh, well played. He's taken that really cleanly. And now a sudden chance to counter. Oh, he's onto this. And he cuts out the supply.
They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
Hullet does really well to win the ball there.
Barcelona really can't go chasing this game too soon. Any rash decisions now could see them lose it.
Rijkaard is always scanning the pitch for targets. And he's making progress on the ball. Neymar. No, there's no going past him this time. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. He's through here. That's gone all the way through to the keeper.
Well, a few of his teammates are quite furious with him as they felt they were within reach, but he made nothing of it. His boss doesn't look too amused either.
Now it's Vieri.
Oh, great feat, that.
He's picked his way through. Vieri had a really good go at breaking through, but ultimately he was just about kept out.
Well, he's not the type that's short on self-belief, so that could rub off on his teammates now.
Puyol robs him of possession. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Not the most accurate pass. That is good alertness. And here's Vieri. wrong with that tackle. Ball won cleanly. The less said about that pass, the better. And this is Van Basten. He's having a shot! And he's stuck it away. They are right back in business.
Well, it looks like we have ourselves a real game here now, Peter. They've been rewarded for their courage, for their attitude, for their application, and now they'll want another.
Whoever is in his path, he will always find a way.
Well, he had to deal with an awful lot of unwanted attention, but his tenacity won the day.
Terrific effort! Caught offside that time. So the manager can make a change for the first time in the game here.
Silvestre será reemplazado por el dorsal 44.
Barcelona can, of course, make a change whenever they choose. Castolo. Schneider. Jordan Henderson is someone so often referred to as the defender's defender. Turns back here, probably the best option.
Habrá un minuto de descuento.
Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Rijkaard. Well, that's well spotted. The whistle's gone, and that's it for the first half. Well, the glass is either half full or half empty. Neither side yet truly to impose themselves, and it's level pegging at half-time. Some first-half thoughts?
Well, I don't think either side will have too much to complain about or worry about, Peter. 1-1 is a fair reflection of the game so far, so it'll be fascinating to see how both teams go about trying to establish a little more control in this second half.
Well, it has been tight, it's been competitive. Each side with one significant moment, and at half-time the score is 1-1. So once again, we're underway. And here's Vieri. Oh, terrible pass. Neymar is always playing with one eye on the spectacular. Pepe. Jordan Henderson. Pass somewhat off target. And it's Neymar. And it's Neymar. Neither of these two. Neymar! Oh, the ball's come loose here. And he's had it nicked away. The movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Puyol does well to get it back. Hullet. Puskas. Well read, and the danger is averted. He's having a pop! Oh, he's given that plenty, but no.
I'm a little surprised that he actually couldn't make that count. He's so good from that range. Often, he'll find the net.
De Gea punts it upfield.
Asciende a 96.026 espectadores.
ball, good take, towering header! It's a goal! And they're back in front! It was wonderfully efficient.
So well played, Peter. Did a great job keeping sight of the ball. Made a classic
Marcó
move and
en el minuto
met it
64,
perfectly.
el dorsal 11. Cambio de jugadores en el Barcelona. El dorsal 15.
So changes afoot here, and from both sides.
Será sustituido por
So we have a
el
breakthrough.
dorsal 16.
Now how will
Se va a
things
llevar a
develop
cabo
from
un
here?
cambio de jugadores.
Listen, when it comes to goals, Peter, in this team, he's always the #1 contender, and he's done it again.
Tries to crash through the challenge, but no. Oh, that's fabulous. Barcelona will have one further opportunity to make a substitution after this, their latest change.
Barcelona really are going for it here, Peter. Now it's just a matter of sustaining the effort.
They're coming again and again.
A lucky...
Oh, what has happened here? Barcelona perhaps contemplating their next change here. Not the most convincing of passes. And they'll start all over again with the goalkeeper. Zanetti, a man never lacking in drive or determination. Conte. Almost 75 minutes on the clock now. Van Nistelrooy receives it in a chance!
They may end up with some regret with this tactic, but you have to admire their commitment to goals.
Desai. Van Dijk. Desai. Oh, can he get onto this? And he's intervened well there. Well, that pass isn't the best. It's in, and that looks to me very much like an own goal.
That can happen to anyone. It's truly, truly unlucky for him, but it's just the way it is.
Well, who saw that coming? It's another own goal. That is crazy.
I've been there myself, and that's the last thing he wanted to happen. I really sympathise.
So a lead courtesy of an own goal. Oh, he's been caught on it, and he shoots! Euphoria, utopia, and they are cavorting. His utter joy. He engages with absolute happiness. Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
Well, I admire players who do that because they just don't give up on anything.
This is a gloriously greedy performance. Nesta.
Habrá 3 minutos de descuento.
Conte. And the number on the board is 3. Knocks it into space. And And that's that. Well, that was thrilling. A game of champs and chumps. The winners were so good at times. A side that can and will trouble more or less everyone. Well, after all of that, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, there was a distinct lack of clarity or commitment in everything the players were trying to do. Looking pretty lethargic, and they were ruthlessly exploited, and deserved to be.
And that's where we have to end it. From me, Peter Drury, and my co-commentator, Jim Beglin, a very good evening to you all. boys. It's just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. A fabulous show of vivid colour and vocal cords. The new look Camp Nou at its best. Well, we're on the way. Well, there is no one here, Jim, who's surprised to see Wesley Sneijder in the starting lineup.
Yeah, and I think they'll be looking to him to provide all the creativity again here. Okay, he may not go box to box, and he is going to require everyone around him to do all the running for him, but with his skill on the ball, he'll make it happen. He'll pick them out.
And it's Gattuso.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
Oh, easy pickings there. Now it's Sneijder. Otto with the challenge, and he has given away a free kick. Rijkaard. Howson. Cannavaro. It's a good run down the right. Van Basten. Castolo touches it back.
Really got in his face there, and it was well played.
To Messi. Driving through the middle. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. Neither of the teams has yet taken the initiative. Now it's Neymar. Chance here to counter. Well timed, excellent interception. And it's Sneijder. Silvesh. Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball. Looking for options for move. Real chance! Goal! Barcelona! The first significant strike. That is so good, such sharp skills and such a delicious finish.
That's what he lives for, Peter. Not a lot more to add.
Oh, what has happened here? Crossed in once more. And it's safely in the keeper's hands. The pressing's intense and it's paid off. Barcelona currently a goal to the good and with the lion's share of the ball. McAllister is the team's great visionary. Cannavaro cuts it out. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. 1-0 the score. Neymar.
Palmeiras really are one of these sides that pride themselves on their ability to maintain possession.
Yeah, and some would say that means they play the game the right way.
Yeah, but of course, it's decisive passes that's going to matter in the longer term. There's no good in holding on to the ball just for the sake of it.
Could move up a gear here. McAllister. Howson. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And he welcomes it in. Ibrahimovic! Oh, he's been caught napping. Chance, surely! And it's in. Palmeiras are all square. Another moment of magic, a real wow moment.
Yeah, he gets top marks for that finish. I honestly thought his odds weren't that good.
So they have it all to do again.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter, when you've got two strong...
He's having a pop! And he was there to get a vital touch.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Barcelona with the corner, their first. And it's been taken short. Palmeiras have the chance to go the other way. That pass isn't the best. Zanetti. Now it's Ibrahimovic. Silvesh calmly anticipates. Pepe attempts a clearance. Schneider. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup.
Yeah, I think if that can be repeated, there's a good chance of a goal.
Oh, super ball. Zanetti really struggling to influence the game.
They're just trying to negate his influence, and it looks like whatever it takes.
It's an inviting-looking ball, that. And it's Schneider. Schneider. He's having a shot! Not a bad try by any means.
Yeah, it's good movement, though. A bit unlucky he couldn't actually steer it goalwards.
A quick look, thought about cutting inside. And that should get the job done. Rijkaard. Good running, strong and purposeful. And that was nowhere near his best.
Habrá 2 minutos de
Oh,
descuento.
good spread. Mane. Now it's Schneider. Howson deals with that comfortably. And he's there to belt it away. And that signals the end of the first period. Nothing to separate the two teams at half-time. They've both given it a really good go, and they head into the break all square. So it's one each. How are you seeing it, Jim?
Well, it's definitely been a game where both sides have tried to play to their own strengths, and I suppose neither side would be particularly unhappy with this scoreline. I suspect, Peter, the two managers will be keen to urge patience and discipline from their players now.
Well, it's been intriguing stuff so far, and it's 1-1 at the break. Both teams hoping for a pick-me-up in the second half.
Recordamos a nuestros espectadores que el estadio dispone de una sala de objetos perdidos que permanecerá abierta entre semana en horario de oficina. Cambio
And
de
that's the
jugadores
second half
en el
started.
Barcelona. El dorsal 20 será
Tries to
sustituido
pass
por
it through.
el dorsal 16.
Chance! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. Van Basten looking to add to his goal. Now it's Messi. Messi going face-to-face with his great rival. Barcelona do look as though they've made a half-time change here.
I'll be fascinated to see how the change now affects their overall strategy.
That's good running with the
That's
ball.
good play from him.
Takes a shot! Oh, that was no routine save.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
This their second corner of the game. Messi plays it short. Not quite sure who got the final touch, but it will be another corner. Corner number 3 coming up.
Well, that's really unfortunate. He'll be kicking himself at the moment, and believe me, I know how that feels. Oh, what a strange goal. I always thought he'd have an influence on the game, but not in that manner.
Well, who saw that coming? It has certainly made things interesting.
Well, that's something you don't expect at a match like this, but I guess you have to take whatever way it comes, and very gratefully.
Driving forward. It's gone backwards. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped. Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
Good defending there. They've slammed the door in the faces of the opposition. Schneider.
La asistencia a este partido asciende a
Schneider conjures time and space where few can. This looks promising. And he is dashing away. Big chance! Barcelona do have options available on the bench if they want to go that way. That looks a good ball through. Mane. Shot a goal! Howson gets it away. It's Snyder! Crossbar comes to the rescue.
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
They're coming again and again.
I think they just have to keep forcing the issue and they'll get clinical.
Gattuso. And it's Neymar.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
Schneider. Closing in on the last quarter of an hour. Castolo. Schneider. Oh, that's fabulous. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Gets a good foot in there. Pepe promptly onto that, and that is that. Oh, good-looking ball. And here's Neymar. And a chance!
Palmeiras really are showing all the necessary urgency, but it's potency they need.
Oh, he's having a go!
Cambio de jugadores en el Barcelona.
Palmeiras have their second corner now.
Schneider, el dorsal 94, el dorsal 10, Messi. Serán sustituidos por el dorsal 15.
Cleared without hesitation.
El dorsal 11, Neymar.
And now they
El
can
dorsal
spring out of
17.
defence.
Se va a llevar a cabo un cambio de jugadores.
And this is Van Basten. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Van Basten is sporting a guilty look after that.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
Oh, he's been caught on it here. Roberto Carlos pinches it off him.
Palmeiras really don't have a choice now. They just have to throw everything forward and give themselves a chance to draw level.
They're avoiding the blatantly obvious by not getting the ball into the opposition box. That's where it has to be.
I think we're just about done here. He's had it taken off him. Barcelona do have a chance to counter here. Otto.
Habrá 2 minutos de descuento.
Chance for a shot! Stood up well to him there. Raul. Now, what about a counter-attack? And back to the keeper they go. Added time is up, and there goes the whistle. Barcelona can finally smile now. They have held on in a difficult watch for both sets of fans. A truly emotional roller coaster that. Van Basten claiming the Man of the Match award, and there is very little room for argument.